Alright guys, so before I start this video, I just wanted to give you guys a little intro and tell you like what's going on in this video because it's sort of jumpy. But to start off, it's the rest of the footage from Rochester. Not really much happened, so there was like 2 minutes in footage just of the last day on like what I did in the morning, and then we ended up leaving and coming home, and I'm actually filming this like a month after that video, or after that footage was filmed, because today is January 15th of 2021, the new year, and this footage that you'll see in like 30 seconds was filmed the 9th of November. So it's a big difference, or it's a big time gap. But yeah, so you'll see that footage, the last footage of Rochester, and then it's just like me telling you guys what was going on, what's been going on. So it's a shorter video. It's still 9 minutes in length, but it's pretty much just me talking again. So yeah, hopefully our ice fishing videos start soon. I just got an ice shanty like last week, so we're just waiting for, the ice to get here, and so we're waiting for enough ice to be on the lake so we can go fish. But yeah, so hopefully ice fishing videos come out soon. But other than that, I think it'll be this video, and then I might have a couple videos of deer season other than the deer that I shot, but that video's already up. So make sure you check that out, and yeah, let's get right into it.
It's Monday, November 9th. It's 7:30 right now. I'm all set up in the tree, but when I climbed this, I figured that this branch that's like in my way a lot, I figured that this branch would be like, I wanted it to be to my left, but when I hung the stand, I put it so it was like right in the middle, so I can't sit down. So I can't really sit down. But that's alright, because I like standing to shoot anyways. And where I am, this is where all those bugs yesterday came up when there was that hot doe. So hopefully they do something like that today. Why is the camera so high up? So hopefully they do something like that today. We're only hunting the morning, then we have to leave because we have school tomorrow. We had it today, but it's one day. We're probably gonna hunt until like noon. Then we're gonna go back and leave for home. And last night when we hunted, I sat down at this creek bottom, and there's a scrape down there. And a pretty fresh rub. And I sat next to it, like 2 yards from it, because there's a big brush pile right behind it. So I sat behind it. And on the way in, when I was initially just gonna climb a tree, I took my pack off my back and I looked up, and there was a buck walking like 50 yards from where my stand is. Like 50 yards from where my stand is right now. And he was coming up this way. I'm thinking on this trail that I'm set up on. So I should have a pretty easy 30-yard shot, 20-yard shot, 25-yard shot. And then Hunter's set up on the other side of this ridge bottom. There's two ridges that meet right here. He's on one. He's on the side of one. I'm on the side of the other. And he's sitting pretty much where I was last night. I never filmed anything because when I got in there, we got out really late because we hunted until 2 in the morning when we saw all those bugs, and then we went back to get something to eat, and then we weren't out here until like 4:30. So we only had like 45 trucks just cruise through here and can either call one of them in or they just walk up here. Or one of us, hopefully. But this is a really good spot. It doesn't help that every time I move these branches look behind me. But I can't go to my left anymore. I'll fall out of my tree stand. I'll be fine. But I'll turn you guys off now and hopefully catch up with you when we start seeing deer.
Well, guys, by the time you see this video, it should be after all of the Rochester videos have been up, but I don't really have much hunting videos from home because I would go out and I'd see like 1 or 2 deer and then I'd just delete the footage off my SD card. Yeah, so there's not much footage this year so far with hunting videos, even though I've been out as much as I could have been, pretty much. But yeah, so when you see this video, it'll probably be, like I said, after the Rochester series. Right now, I'm gonna try to quiet down a little bit. I don't want to be yelling, but right now I'm going out to get cameras. I have to actually put new batteries in 2 cameras because they are dead. Well, I know for sure one's dead, but the other one I haven't checked in about a month, so hopefully if it is dead, it hasn't been dead for long because I'm expecting a lot out of that camera. It's the camera down by my uncle's tree stand. So, yeah, like I said, be a little quiet. I'm trying to make this quick, but I mean, I haven't made a video in so long, I'm talking to the camera. So while I'm walking through the woods tonight, if I do see a deer, if it's a doe or a big buck, obviously I'm gonna shoot it. I have my gun with me, my rifle. But yeah, so I'm gonna shut up and just walk the woods quietly. Leaves are pretty damp, so it's pretty quiet, but turn you guys off and hopefully catch up with you when I see a deer or if I find something good on the cameras. So I'm on my uncle's trail right now, the trail that him and I made this summer that goes back to his stand. No one's been back here since mid-October, I'm pretty sure. And there's a rub right now that's fresh, that's like probably a week or 2 old. It's not that big, but it's still a good sign. There could very well be deer in here right now cruising or something because there's bedding right to my left. But the way the wind's blowing, it'd be, yeah, they'd have to be cruising this side of the bedding. So, I've found some pretty good sign. I'm walking back here. Just gonna go really slow, and hopefully if I see something, I can get the camera on it before I shoot it, but, yeah, I'll see you guys in a little bit. I'm on my way out right now. Probably can't barely see me. And I'm right on the road. Right on our 4-wheeler trail, and it looks like a scrape, but I can't really tell. But I didn't see anything on the way in. I still have time to see one on the way out, but it's getting to that point where I can barely see, so probably just gonna unload the rifle and walk back. I checked part of the camera. I didn't want to check the whole thing in case there was a big deer on there. But there was a littler doe on there and she hit the mock scrape. And I only went up about 2 days. And there was only does on there for that 2 days.
but I'm guessing it died. The camera's last picture was the 7th, so that's not good. It's 12 days ago, 11 days ago. It's not good at all, because about 3 days ago is when I saw that spike horn chasing that doe across the road, right through the field. This weather really got him moving. But then again, it is a good thing I checked it so I could put camera or batteries in the camera. But yeah, so I'm gonna catch up with you guys in a little bit. Is that a deer right there? No. I'll catch up with you guys in a little bit, in a while, the next time I'm hunting. So, yeah, until then, if you can still see me, see ya.